Well, you and I are both here in Lincoln to attend a conference, and I wondered if you had some comments about the conference, or if you had time to share with us a little bit about what you talked about this morning, which was of such interest to the group.
Well, yeah, I mean, the conferences like this, I think, are invaluable to not only to agriculture but to our whole society, because it's an opportunity for people to get together and share ideas and debate issues and try to figure out where we want to go in our society in terms of our whole food production system. And I think it's very valuable to have people with divergent views to come together and debate them. One of the things I tried to do this morning in opening the conference was to sort of take the long view and to present some options which seem to me to be present for us in our society, which really is going to be determined by what we choose. And I think we are on the threshold of two potential revolutions in agriculture. One is the one we're engaged in, and the other is really a higher tech approach to agriculture than the one we're just coming out of. And so I think it's important to recognize that those are both real options for us, and the one that we choose as a society is the one we're going to get. And I'm of course I'm committed to a more low input approach, cooperating with nature and using nature's own systems, rather than further manipulating the nature system, which I think is primarily what the genetic and biotech technology is going to provide for us. That doesn't necessarily mean that there is no place for some of those technologies, but I think there are a number of people in our society that really want to see us go all the way with that and make that the future of agriculture. And I think there's some serious problems with that. I think that I don't think we know now anymore about how these technologies are going to affect nature, because they are technologies that didn't evolve with nature. I don't think we know any more about that now than we did when we introduced the chemical technology. And somewhere along the way we should learn some lessons from the past and be a little bit more cautious about introducing these technologies into the world, because we could in fact be creating more problems than we're solving, and that would be a net loss to our society. And eventually we may get to a point where if we don't if we unleash some of these things in ways that make it very difficult for us to back out of, then we could in fact damage our food production capacity, which would be a serious threat to not only this nation but to the world.
So you're advising caution?
Yeah, particularly with
biotechnology.
Well, I think Stephen Snyder made a comment in a book that he wrote back in the 1970s called The Genesis Strategy, in which he said that there is a law of technology, and the law is that the more complex the technology, the greater the potential that there could be side effects from that technology, which could be damaging to humans or to the environment. And that's a common sense kind of law. So I think that any technology that we introduce, as it becomes more complex, we need to be more cautious because it has that potential to create, and we might get to a point where we don't have any exits, where we can't back out of it, and then we're in big trouble.